I recently read a study about liberals being more friendly to work that involves night shifts, or as it's called, the graveyard shift. Imagine if you had to do such a job.
Mr. Squidward, welcome to the night shift. From now on, the Krusty Krab is open 24 hours a day.
It's no secret that these kinds of jobs are the least desirable. People who do work night shifts are more likely to develop diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and even some forms of cancer. Not to mention, they also experience a disruption in their daily pattern given how flexible they have to be available for shifts. It leads to numerous physical and psychological ailments, as well as imbalances in their digestive enzymes due to disrupted meal times. The simple fact is that humans are not nocturnal animals. Our ancestors were diurnal and have not experienced enough pressures from selections to change that pattern. As a result, we have evolved to continue that same characteristic.
Open 24 hours a day. What a stupid idea! Who wants a Krabby Patty at 3 in the morning?
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Just look at this place. It's like a ghost town in here.
But the reality is that there are jobs where night shifts are needed. Gas stations, emergency services, customer support, bakers, air traffic controllers, security, just to name a few, are all jobs that need to be available 24/7. But is there a way to make it better? Can certain services be available while maintaining employee health and morale? I think I have an idea. Instead of a night shift being made for a person to work all night, why doesn't a night shift include multiple people working mini shifts? An example of a night shift looks like this. It consists of work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Instead of employees working the full 12 hours throughout the night, it could involve one set of employees working from, let's say, 6 p.m. to midnight, as that part of the day can still be bearable working hours. Once that part is done, the next mini shift can start with employees working from midnight to 2 a.m., then the next shift from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., and then the last shift from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. In this way, the entire night shift will be covered by someone, and each employee would be able to get at least some sleep at night. A person who works from 2 to 4, as an example, could go to bed at 9 p.m., wake up at 1 a.m. to get to work on time, then come home and sleep the rest of the dark hours after 4 a.m.
Genius!
Critics may say that it might be unfavorable for both the employee and employer to come to work for only 2 hours after midnight, but I disagree. For the employee, travel would be shorter as traffic is basically non-existent in the middle of the night, meaning less time away from home. Also, they will feel more motivated to work shorter hours and be able to get some good sleep for the night. It also wouldn't change anything for employers, as they would still have the same salary for that shift. The person working those 2 hours would only receive the wage for those 2 hours. The next mini shift would receive the same, and altogether it would entail the same earnings as a single employer's wage for the entire night. There might be some resistance to implement this at first, but there are two things that could help. One is worker regulations. I live in Europe where there are plenty of laws about workers' rights, and this idea about night shifts could be implemented. And if liberals really do like government regulation, then this would sound very friendly to them. The second is competition. Even if only a few employers implemented this idea in the beginning, it would spread as other employers would see this particular company do better, as their employees will be better motivated and more productive. Employees will be better at their jobs if they see that it's a better work environment. That is something that has been known for decades now. Given the economic challenges the world faces today, it would be good to do better than now.